Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken in the end zone. His first carry, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
12.
Luck. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Luck to Mixon on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at 3rd and 6. Gun, Dobbs. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And Boyd has it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Dobbs to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was...
wide open, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Luck. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
On second down, here's Penny. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Dobbs. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Dobbs is throwing. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw Dobbs. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley, 37 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's going to sling this deep down. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37. On 1st down, Luck. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They go play action here on 1st down. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Jabal Sheard able to drop him for a loss of 4. So it's on to half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
On 3rd down, that's Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Dobbs now just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's 1st down, and he stopped immediately there. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton there to swallow him up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Dobbs. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Colts on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Love. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Campbell. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Here's Hines. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, 76 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Probably the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing here, Dobbs. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Dobbs. Caught here by Conley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. To throw is Dobbs. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo.
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 89 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start?
He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 64 yards. Here's Penny on the counter. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Hines on a toss play. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up 3rd down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to 3rd down and making a play there.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Shark's got it left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout.
This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin the drive with Hines, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many